and everybody here is a creative in their own mindset.
Absolutely.
And like the fact that we're all here together, like it's a pretty cool scenario to have.
Dude, like everybody in the circle, I know you all of your strengths, and over the past couple like even if I've known you for years, or if I've known you and or reconnected with you like recently, the growth that has occurred in the people around me, and like me as a result of that, like, has just been monumental. You can see and you can track the progression of everybody here, and how everybody connecting just gets way more powerful. If I could like find a start point, it'd be incredibly hard, but it would be midnight. For me, like the jump off point would just be being able to make music, or like DMing midnight.
Yeah.
DMing midnight and just being like, hey, you make music, I actually rap. Do you want to make music? And that was like 17?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has spiraled into like now you have a full-blown music collective. You are for the culture. Everybody in the Ave like has just developed into so much, and I don't feel that of myself. But the fact that I'm getting like an episode all to myself, like a mini documentary on like the shit that we do, is just so humbling for me, because it allows me to like look inwards and be like, oh my god, other people see that we've come far. I don't know, man. I'm honored, humbled to be here. Let's get it fucking going.
I'm Aristotle with excellence. This that brand new reckoning. If I bring energy to the coupe, that industry gon' let me in. I bring white girl back in, laid up with a brown girl Indian. You know her best friend with a two, she Lebanese, not lesbian. Ay,
Just because she has a pretty face does not mean she has a pretty heart.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck these hoes.
But like the connection between the Ave is like so, it runs like super deep. I remember like there's a couple people around that I started music with, and like there's like several different beginnings. One is like Midnight, one is Gerard, and one is Josh. And Josh is very you guys know him as Jay Moses, obviously Jay, and Phil. The Ave has always just been like the Josh Phil side. Remember how Josh came into the picture? I think I hit him up to go to Fit in the Park, and that's how we met. I've known Phil for a long time through mutual friends.
Yeah.
And we would always just go over to his house when he lived on like Broadway and Commercial, and we would just like freestyle, and we would do it for hours and hours and hours on end, and we would just be freestyling until like the early morning, and that's where it like really became a thing that I wanted to do music. The one productive thing that we were doing was like expanding on our creativity, right? And like I think from like an early age we all knew that we wanted to do that. And who would have known that even though like we're separate entities, that we would take a shared passion from just freestyling in people, like in Phil's room, to going and creating an entire collective that you guys have, business model, like being somebody for the city, right? And then like I have just become like an artist on my own as well. Like it's so crazy.
One thing that separates Vancouver from like a lot of other places is like we don't have like a musical identity yet, so like we have like the opportunity to shape that. So like especially with somebody like you, like putting South Van, especially South Van, you know, like putting Vancouver on the map, like that's one thing especially. But being able to like pick out one hood, especially like South Van, which really in the public eye doesn't get a lot of good light at all, right?
Bro,
so,
we don't
like,
exist.
You know, exactly.
We don't exist for...
People forget that South Van exists. So that's what I wanted, that's why I touched on the fact that like, not only do you put South Van like on your back in a sense, but like even in like some of your lyrics, like you drop little anecdotes that people from only that area truly would understand. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
for sure, bro.
Let's keep it real. Like that pork and rice line
I was
is like
just
one of
thinking
the,
that.
it's one of the hardest lines for anybody that grew up in South Van or went to JO or just grew up in that neighborhood. You know exactly what that means. It means you went to Greenleaf fucking bubble tea. And you went
Yo. There was a Halo photo shoot. You know the one with the glow sticks and shit?
Yeah.
The Halloween photo shoot, right? And like, I gotta say, like that was the most reckless like fucking night ever. If I have to run through this night, basically, I'd slept in.
Kind of.
I wasn't able to buy any fireworks. I had no idea who was coming. I had no data on my phone. Everybody was messaging me, like Daniel Quach, like mad people who were like, we want to show up to this photo shoot, right? It was the anniversary of Mariposa, my last project, and I was like, fuck, we're gonna do some promo for M3, but we're also gonna celebrate Mariposa, right? So I'm like, everybody come out to Memorial, we'll blow up some fireworks. And I provided no fucking fireworks because
the plug for the fireworks ended up bailing on it because he ran out.
Yeah, so multiple plugs actually fell through. I wasn't able to go to any of the stores because they closed early, and like this motherfucker had to come through with sparklers.
Bro, I literally like on my way over there, he's like, "Hey, bro, so the plug fell through. Can you buy fireworks?" I messaged all my homies like, "Yo, you got fireworks? You got fireworks? You got fireworks?" Everyone's like, "No, we just sold out. We just sold out. We just sold out." I'm like, "Okay, fuck." So I like ended up going to like 3 different. Like I went to a Shoppers, a dollar store, and finally on the 3rd shop, they're like, "Yeah, we got fireworks." It's like a grocery store, right? I take their entire stock. It's like $2 each. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it. I'll take all this shit. Take all their glow sticks. Come by." And he's like, "Bro, we got fireworks."
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
that night was an incredible success. We got all the shots we needed. We like turned the fuck up. We got fireworks. Like everything went wrong and then everything went right.
Do you want to perform?
Brand new song.
No,
Brand new song.
I want to talk about Castle though. Like,
Yo, let's talk about Castle, please.
I don't want a mansion, want a castle. Get the bag delivered, it's a hassle. Sipping my liquor, move faster. Need a new liver, cause my old one a disaster. I done made an oath, I done made a promise for my bros. We gon' get it, stay down.
before 2019 ended, like months before, we already had Castle. We were waiting on Dream. We were waiting on Dream to send me a verse. And then we got into the studio with Dream. The Dream verse didn't work. And then basically what happened was we just put it to the side. Right? And then the summer was happening. What happened was Buck, Chaos Club, invited us to Chaos Sessions. Chaos Sessions was a thing that they did at like 2-Track Studios before COVID, in which like they would gather creatives from like all over the city and like just put them all in the studio together and then like have them book free studio time and have everybody just walk from studio to studio, just make friends, connect people and do shit, right? And then I was like, fuck, I have nothing to bring to the table. Oh, wait a minute. I have Castle. It was like just in the back of my mind, and I was like, fuck it. We might as well just start re-recording Castle here because the mics are so crazy, right? So we start re-recording, and then we start like playing it over the thing, right? Like, and then I remember Boslin and Jamon come in, and they're like listening to it and everything. I'm like, shit. I look over to Boslin, and like he's listening to my delivery, my first delivery of it, and he's like, I like when you go high. And now like the entire song is like done in like a high like pitch, right? But then like I turned to Jamon, I was like, yo, Jamon, you want to be on this? And he was like, bet. He was faded, bro.
Shout out Jamon. Yeah.
Yo, Jamon, yo, he could perform. So he just got on the booth, like after like 20 minutes of writing, laid it out, and he was like, how was that? And I was like, what the fuck?
He did that in 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was up. Dude, yo, Jamon is a monster. Castle was just like that point in the summer where I hadn't dropped anything for I remember dropping Bling at the beginning of the year, Waste, and there was like a stretch like of 6 months where I did absolutely nothing, but we were like wanting to drop Castle. And then I was already getting into my mind that like I wanted to drop a project when I was 8,888 days old, right?
Shout out
and
Archaic.
Yeah, shout out Archaic for that, yo. Archaic's my boy. He gives me all the numbers and everything. But basically, we were closing in on August 8th, 2020, and we had the chance to drop Castle on that. I took control of all the promo, and I was like, this is gonna be the one that I promo super hard. We got a crazy ass feature on it. It's gonna do numbers. And when it dropped, like, I felt it. And I think everybody around me felt it too. It was like, holy shit. And what's cool about it is, like, I feel like with every release, like, I figure out something different. But Castle was, like, a defining moment because, like, I realized the importance of having a real rollout. It had to be August 8th at 8:08 p.m. And we followed through on it. All the graphics were good. Like, the hype building up to it was insane. Yeah, there was a difference, and like it was weird because regardless of what I did, doing it in that quick succession built so much momentum. It was like anything that I said I would do afterwards, you are going to listen to. Speak on the Ave and how it has affected you as a creative, and like these are people I know you consider your brothers, right? Like I consider them brothers as well. This is, I would say, the beginning of your creative journey. Yes,
100%.
right? So like being around these people the way they are now would have skyrocketed anybody further, like faster and further than anybody doing this just alone. 100%. You are in a room filled with creatives who are incredibly talented, and not many people get that chance like this early on in starting a creative direction, right? So like, how do you feel it's affected you? How does it feel to be around some really talented motherfuckers?
Well, like 100% segues from like what Hash was saying, and the fact that like, again, like I had a camera laying around. I've now for the last year and a bit, I've grown with a group of brothers, like you said, brothers that have really like challenged me in every which way. Like to the point where like being comfortable wasn't something I knew for a little bit. Like I felt uncomfortable for a long time. But like being uncomfortable means like you're growing and you're challenging yourself.
Absolutely.
So to be able to sharpen myself with the people that I'm around, creatively especially, I'm very blessed, because some people don't have the outlets that I was given to really hone what I'm doing now, right? And like nobody in this room here is here without us all taking the chance and starting something creatively, you know?
Midnight needs more fucking.
Quick segue, Arnie. Yo, Midnight. One thing that I appreciate about you is there's a lot of people in this room that can see that their dreams come true because you give them the opportunity and the space to make that happen.
Bro, man, Midnight, man.
Honestly,
Yeah.
A round of applause for
Yeah,
Midnight.
round of applause, Midnight, man.
I know Flair would be clapping if he wasn't holding the camera, you know?
Like him
Yeah.
and Brave in the studio, I've taken videos of them just like 30 minutes long working on Guapo.
Yeah.
Like literally
And it's just like
second by
minute.
second.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're like, oh, this woo doesn't sound right.
All of the woos have to sound right, bro. The reason that a Graveheart can't exist solely based on me is because Graveheart isn't just me. It like literally requires that other people feel it, that other people are exactly as passionate, that other people are exactly as talented, and that people want to be there for what we create, right? Graveheart is the sum of all of my friends, bro. Like it literally could not happen any other way. And I will take the time out of my day to tag everybody, shout out anybody that like came along for the journey, because I literally could not have done it without anybody. And we have so much further to go. You have to reach critical mass. You have to assemble a team and like really be about it. And that's what I feel like, that's where the Ave comes into play, because like these are my brothers, and like it's so strange because like I'm like I've always been associated with the Ave, and I have such a deep like reverent sort of respect for my guys, you know, and it's come so far and our trajectory is so alike that there was no way we weren't going to end up working together. Like this actually is monumental. Like I have friends that know the history behind why like Grave and the Ave are separate, right? And the fact that we're converging now is monumental to a lot of other people, and you really don't know. You might actually look at any of the stories that I share, where I share Flair, where I share Rain, where I share Fee, where I share Josh, and you might think like, hey, things have always been good. No, we went through fire, bro. Like, shit, yo, what's up, bro?
Real talk, yeah.
You know, like sometimes the relationship wasn't there. Sometimes like we were distant and everything. The fact that I'm in this room right now being able to talk and like expound on like how deep of a connection we have is a blessing. to have Flair behind the camera right now. And like, I know this man is gonna put in work when editing this shit. I know it. It's gonna be sick, bro. Like, means the world to me. Means the world to Graveheart. Means the world to Midnight. Anybody along for the ride. Like, Team Grave, Ave. You can't spell Grave without Ave in it.
So today we're gonna take you to our fucking Ave layer. Follow me.
I don't like your energy. You just want my energy. Old friends turn to enemies. I've been on a route, not meant for one who doubts. So careful what you telling me. I don't like your energy. Napoleon complex, gotta give these hoes some context. I got a couple of Hennessy up on the mezzanine, dealing with cars I was down. My team was moving in silence, I'm ruling with titans. We operating under stealth. If I need a run done, couple hundred, got some dogs that do it for a belt. Run the city like a sun run, but I'm dripping like I'm Michael Phelps. Little girlfriend, itty bitty titty committee, she proud of it. Talk loud, so the head game really bout something what it bout, cause I know you really not about nothing. I'm in the mountain, I can't stop coming. I'm in the club and I'm still going dummy. Weed in my chest and liquor in my tummy. She leave with me cause she think that I'm funny. I'm fucking with Duck cause she my little bunny. Katana, katana, katana. Repeating my prayer, my mantra. Whole team on my back, we heating up like a sauna. Don't make promises you can't keep. Water fan, I'm like a banshee. Hydrate, then I migrate to the tri-state. Understand me?
Bro, that has to be like one of the hardest verses I've ever like played.
Shit to say.
Yeah, tell us that. Like, you have to go like, huh?
No, like you. Bars. Bars. Nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Yo, fuck it.
Yo, man, I don't rap, yo.
Fucking bitch, welcome to my clique. Yeah, we running so sweet, yo, so fine. I be going so fine like the divine. Oh, I'm spinning on a ride in a D-line. Baby, what the freak?
Yeah, she's so fun. Yeah, she's so fine. I see her heart of gold, she a gold mine. Can't tell her nothing, and she on mine. And when she get in my bed, yeah, she tall mine. I'm like, Mark, come from the south, feel like a POTUS. Can't do it, I notice. She don't have to notice. Hey?
Get that top right down, rolling with my team, baby. Oh, I've been here before.
Yo. Bruh! Yo. Rain Grave collab, bitch.
I love singing,
we
yo.
need that shit. We need that shit. Yo, we need that.
I'm a singer boy, yo.
Dude, yo. We're going to have to collab, bro. Like, there's no.
Freestyle the track.
Yes,
Nah, I'm be mad as fuck if we don't get a track between the two. I'm be mad as
Dude, that's way too lit.
Yo, that
I think that's a
chemistry
midnight
is
track then,
nuts.
yeah? Is that are we looking rain?
Hey, fucking better, bro.
I think midnight.
Shop cutting today, and
We're gonna lock that down. Rain at midnight, first track.
The Ave is lit, bro.
Yo, shout out the Ave.
If you went, at this point, if you're not with the Ave, bro, like you better get with it. Like this is the move.
You're making a mistake.
South End is the move too.
Fuck is
Again, like incredible to see this everybody here. You know what I mean? Like all the different ends we came from to end up in, like, not to say that this is the destination, but to say that we all met up here on this stop on the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
the journey has been long, but this is the destination. You gotta like fucking like, dude.
Yo, every day
This is gonna be your circle that takes you places.
Yeah.
If you have like-minded people, like this is the destination, and where you go together is the journey. You know, like.
You playing Church in the Wild?
Oh, word. That was fucking insane, bro.
But like to see something that like I made, like I manifested, like kind of come to fruition, like turn out like as good as this.
how that feels, bro.
Yeah,
Whatever
like
the guys
to have this night, like have you pull up to have rain, like there's so many different people here. You know, if I could hold the camera and turn around for a second and point out that Flair, Jordy making this all happen, like just him being one of the original members of the Ave. Like if I didn't have these guys as my brothers, like I wouldn't be here. This wouldn't be happening if I didn't meet my brothers. You know, like. And the one thing that I believe that we all imbibe is like we lead our brothers to the water, so we all drink. You know, like, no one goes thirsty in this group. We're all good to go at all times. Like it's crazy.
Way I paint a picture, you would think that I'm Picasso. Salmon on my plate and share my liquor on the rocks though. I came from the underground, you thinking that I'm Chapo. I've been with a shorty and she been calling me guapo. Yeah, frostbite through the winters, all season my slip. You might lose your shit, crash and lose your grip. South Slope might take your life. Immigrants, so we roll the dice. Took a chance and I upped my price. I came a long way from pork and rice. Lifestyle we endorse, arrive high in a Porsche. My side winning wars out wide-eyed at the morgue. My drive not Accords, your drive like a Brennan. Studio like a shooting range with all the shots I'm sending. Cause if my mission impossible, you more like mission abort. I don't think you ballin' out if you ballin' out of my court. I'm claiming the South, but you know I come from the North. I just want a ghost before I die and leave a corpse, leave a corpse. Ain't believing me before, but now the way I paint a picture, you would think that I'm Picasso. Salmon on my plate and share my liquor on the rocks though. I came from the underground, you thinking that I'm Chapo. I've been with a shorty and she been calling me guapo. Hey, hey, Guapanese, speaking Guapanese. Pop it for my G's, that girl gon' drop it to her knees. Energy, parking like a lease. Your girl been tossing me the keys, my shawty calling me a tease. My guys gon' bend your block and then fuck it up. Suburban swerving in fisted cuffs. Burn the herb or get tart and leave, cause Subi's on it, no hurting me. My side been disturbing peace, I find you concerned with me. What the hell did you think would happen? Grave season, you know we back, now we hanging with ballers. U-turn like Impalas, the east side getting dollars. Decline when you call us, I was hot when I wrote this. Faded off of my potion, sipping purple like Cody. It's a sweet life for the Brodies. Move, hop in the coupe, move, chop on the roof, move, hop in the booth, move. How can I lose, move, hop in the coupe, move, chop on the roof, move, hop in the booth, move. How can I lose? I'm in the east, we in the west, live in the north, rep in the south. If I deliver, I'm a winner. If I miss once, then I'm out. And I've been tucked in a place where no one ever makes it out. I got a dinner date with destiny and I'm finishing in her mouth. I got a dinner date with destiny and I'm finishing in her mouth. Paint a picture, you would think that I'm Picasso. Salmon on my plate and share my liquor on the rocks though. I came from the underground, you thinking that I'm Chapo. I've been with a shorty and she been calling me guapo. Yeah.
Hey, Guapanese.
Okay.
Brothers.
That was hard as fuck. I'm on.
Yo, Graveheart is. I was like, yo, we're doing a Graveheart. Hold up. Yo,
Run it back.
Yo, right?
Halos on the whip, oh, I'm speeding. We go up, oh, like every weekend. Bad as hell, you know I'm a demon. Sad as hell, you got no achievements. I've been plotting on this forever. I want rocks in a brand new bezel. Fuck my ops and I'm on my level. I've been feeling like I'm the devil. Better watch this shit. Might bite a block with this shit. Still interlocking double G's on my Gucci pendant. Still going stupid, I'm lit. You still assuming that you winning. Underdogs from the underworld, we been sinning, we winning. Still whipping out oldie 90s. Y'all wanna rock out, come find me. Bring the whole block out, go crazy. You know I'm for Zool, I get wavy. I've been sweating like a veteran, that is a veterans. Administering venom, we never ride in the Benz. Manifest a midnight blue, fully matted out Jeep. Off shit we did in the middle of Night Street. I'm gone, back to the woods. Back to the goods. Turned our back on the light. Went through dark, now it's back to the good. All my fallen angels, they might never get halos. Might never get our heads right, so we put that shit on our headlights. Halos on the whip, oh, I'm speeding. We go up, oh, like every weekend. Bad as hell, you know I'm a demon. Sad as hell, you got no achievements. I've been plotting on this forever. I want rocks in a brand new bezel. Fuck my ops and I'm on my level. I've been feeling like I'm the devil. Better watch this shit. Might bite a block with this shit. Still interlocking double G's on my Gucci pendant. Still going stupid, I'm lit. You still assuming that you winning. Underdogs from the underworld, we been sinning, we winning. Are so sick that it's carcinogenic. Darkened apartments on my new aesthetic. If she with me,
How do we end something like that?
Like it's not. I don't think we're gonna say that we're gonna end this thing. I think we're gonna say we're gonna pause this and we're gonna pick it up another day because I think we pick this up another day down the road. I can see where everybody's come since then. You know, Graveheart, see where the Avs come, and everybody in this room to kind of see where they've come from then. So, I believe that this deserves a second go at. So, let's say we're not gonna end this. You know, let's say we're gonna pick this up another day and really see where we all grown to, and then while everyone's grown, we can all put our new strengths together and keep building each other up, right? So, I think that's what this is all about. And let's not forget who we're all here for. Like if we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Mark. Hello. If it wasn't for Mark and like him putting in the passion and the love and the grind into the project that he put out and the projects previously to that too. You know, like never be afraid to run up someone's like catalog. You know, like if you like one song, chances are you might like it all. You know, so guys like Mark, guys like everybody in this room, like we all grind to get to what we do. So, you know, run up M3. Let's keep this shit going.
For sure.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, bro.
Any remarks?
That's pretty sick, bro. Word up.
I know this isn't the end of things, right? Like I'm a person who sees potential and just stupid ideas, and I'm a person who knows how far you can take stupid ideas with the people you got your mouth with, right? So your ideas are not stupid. They're not valid. Like if you want to go do something with a creative, rap, sing, make a podcast, do videos on YouTube, fucking be a creator on TikTok, like legit, whatever you want to do, go approach that shit with everything that you got, because it'll land you in places like this, surrounded by good company, talented people, and that's all I can stress. And if you're really that type of person and you feel in your like heart, bro, you love being here with us. So fuck it. Shout out Steven.
Let's shout out again. Let's shout out Midnight. Let's shout out the Ave. Let's shout out Jordy with the cameras. Let's shout out Rain with the cameras. Let's shout out Arnie with the vibe. Let's shout out Ben with the pull up. You know, like everybody in this room deserves credit for everything that's here. You know, like this night wouldn't have been what it was if everybody here didn't contribute. You know, like shout out to Hash again, one of those guys that like behind the scenes, like putting in work. You know, just recording everything, you know what I mean? Just being there, dedicating yourself to someone else's dream. Like, it's those people that like really stand out to a lot of us as like unsung heroes, you know? Like,
my guys.
you know, like we all have a dream, but it's some of those people that really help to build us up that like really make those dreams come to like what we want them to
like
be.
even you guys like coming through for like no monetary incentive or like you know, like just like you could be other places tonight, but you chose to be here with us. Like just doing creative shit and like helping us do what we do, right? Like so it's like fuck. On a scale like this, I don't have to go fucking like win a Grammy to go thank the people who helped me get there, right? Like I could do that every single fucking step of the way and just be like, yo, I very much appreciate you guys. So like fuck it. We all won, and this is gonna be a great piece of content for both the Ave, Grave, because you can't spell Grave without Ave.
Way I paint a picture, you would think that I'm Picasso. Salmon on my plate and share my liquor on the rocks though. I came from the underground, you thinking that I'm Chapo. I've been with a shorty and she been calling me guapo. Yeah, frostbite through the